We are traveling to the very heart of Colombia. Welcome to Bogota, Colombia's vibrant capital city, where history meets modernity and change, and where culture thrives in every corner. Nestled high in the Andes Mountains at over 2,600 meters, with about 10 million inhabitants, Bogota is the largest city so high up above the sea level. The city offers adventures for every traveler. Hiking in the Monserrate and nearby mountains, world-class coffee, legend of El Dorado, lots of gold, fascinating museums, and the rhythm of Colombian life. So pack your bags or get your coffee and discover Bogota, often underrated yet fascinating city.
Compre el maravilloso aceite a base de coca y marihuana.
Back in the 1980s and 1990s, this was not the safe city to visit. Today, not anymore. Bogota, just like Colombia, went through a lot of changes in the last 20 years that elevated Colombia to one of the most visited countries in South America. Bogota is a vibrant city full of culture, art, delicious food, and fascinating history. Start the walking tour from the very heart of Bogota, Plaza de Bolivar. This is where both the Parliament of Colombia and National Cathedral are located. The history of colonial Bogota starts right here, with Spanish conquistadors founding the city of Santa Fe de Bogota in 1538, deep into the newly discovered continent. Plaza de Bolivar is a gate to La Candelaria, the historic center of the city, with beautiful colonial architecture, souvenir and craft stores, and with majestic mountains in the background. Over the last 2 decades, Bogota has undergone significant transformations, making it a much more modern and vibrant city while still facing some challenges. While Bogota was once one of the most dangerous cities in the world, crime rates have significantly decreased since the early 2000s. Popular neighborhoods like Zona T and La Candelaria are relatively safe, especially during the day. More police and military and surveillance cameras have been deployed in key areas. This is also where historically the indigenous tribes lived right in the heart Bogota Plateau before the arrival of Spanish. The colonial city, with its moderate climate, became so successful that by early 18th century it became the seat of colonial viceroyalty along with Mexico and Peru. It meant that viceroy could act independently with authority of the King of Spain. The charming neighborhood is full of restaurants and cafes, and you can easily spend here all afternoon walking around the labyrinth of colorful streets in between colonial residences and government buildings. Bogota is the largest city in Colombia, and over decades attracted domestic migrants from all over the country. In the last few years, there has been also an influx of Venezuelan immigrants moving to Bogota. By the end of 2024, officially there was over 500,000 Venezuelans living in Bogota. However, the actual number of undocumented migrants is much higher. The consistent growth in those numbers highlights Bogota's role as a primary destination for Venezuelan migrants seeking better life in Colombia. Calle 7, or sometimes called also Calle Real, is a pedestrian street crossing central Bogota along many historic landmarks. It is an excellent place to observe daily life of Bogota and enjoy cultural events happening around. It also connects Plaza Bolivar with the famous Gold Museum. In front of the Gold Museum, at Park Santander Square, you will often find local vendors selling anything from fruit and traditional clothing to vintage books and souvenirs. The Gold Museum, Museum del Oro, is one of the most famous museums in Colombia and a must visit. It houses the world's largest collection of pre-Hispanic gold artifacts, showcasing the rich indigenous history of the region and the legend of El Dorado. Museum displays over 55,000 pieces of gold, ceramics, and textiles from indigenous cultures. It features the famous Muisca raft, which represents the El Dorado ritual, where indigenous leaders covered themselves in gold and made offerings in Lake Guatavita. While you cannot buy actual gold coins or gold bars there, it is a fascinating place to learn about ancient metalworking techniques and indigenous cosmology. The historic center of Bogota offers a wide variety of restaurants to try both Colombian and international cuisine. We tried few places, and the one I can highly recommend is Origin Bistro. The restaurant offers a contemporary twist on traditional Colombian cuisine, utilizing ingredients sourced from various regions across the country. It is located in a cozy colonial building and offers original selection of drinks. We highly recommend Macondo cocktail. Next, we are heading to one of Bogota's most iconic landmarks, to Monserrate Mountain. You can get up the summit with a cable car and hike back through one of the recommended routes. This is going to be quite a hike, so be prepared with bottles of water and comfortable shoes. Monserrate offers breathtaking panoramic views of the city. Located at 3,152 meters above sea level, this is a must visit and an enjoyable hike, challenging your breathing at this high altitude. On top of the mountain, there is a famous historic Catholic church, a popular pilgrimage site to the summit. It is one of the best places to see the entire city and its extensive neighborhoods and suburbs covering Bogota Plateau. Best time to visit is probably early morning or late afternoon to avoid crowds trying to take the cable car and to catch the sunrise or sunset. The hike is safe during daylight hours, but it's best to go in groups. We had an extra experience when we were joined by local Bogota football fans, celebrating victory of their local team, which you will see next in the video. While there are certainly neighborhoods in Bogota you should avoid, especially at night, we found hiking in Monserrate safe and enjoyable experience. It was an interesting hike through wild forest, covering the mountain, with some spectacular views of Bogota skyscrapers. And on Sunday afternoon, and a sunny day, you can meet a lot of local families enjoying the sights of Monserrate. And after almost 2 hours hike, we were back at the Bolivar Square in the center of Bogota. Keep in mind that with the high altitude, the weather can change quickly here, so be prepared. At night, Bogota offers a vibrant scene with something for everyone, from trendy bars to rooftop lounges, salsa clubs, and electronic music. And with some more footage of Bogota, we are wrapping up our visit to the capital of Colombia. When you visit, stick to well-known areas. Avoid flashing valuables. Use registered taxis or Uber app, and be cautious at night. Most visitors have great experiences, enjoying Bogota's cultural sites, hiking in the nearby mountains, local gastronomy, and nightlife. I often found that tourists skip Bogota and head directly to Medellin and Cartagena, yet it is worth visiting and exploring. Hope you can also experience how Colombia has changed and the hospitality of the country.